Welcome, you guys. Glad you joined us tonight. And I think what I love most about this, what I'll kind of a presentation, is that none of us had to leave the house. And for us here in Oregon, that means cold, and that means wet, and it's really dark. And I'm sure it's dark where you are too. But Illinois might be very much the same, very cold. And New York is represented on the line tonight too. So yeah, I'm sure it's really cold there. So, and some of us are here and we've got our pajama bottoms on and we're just ready to share our hearts with you guys. My name is Lou Alward, and I'm a national marketing director with the Juice Plus company. And I have been in this role for just over 2-3 years now, but I've been in the company and taking Juice Plus for over 15 years. And I'll tell you what, it's been the best gift that has ever been given to me and to my husband, our 6 kids, and our 22 grandkids. So we're extremely blessed to have it. I'm on the line tonight, for those of you who are on the phone, with Cathy Campagna, who's on my one of my partners in crime, and she's a national marketing director too. She'll be sharing a little bit later, and also then Melisa is our guest speaker who will be sharing her story in a little bit, so we're really excited about that. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about how I got started on Juice Plus, maybe what were my problems or what was I faced with before Juice Plus was in my life. And I just said I had 6 kids, and the last 2, I was gestational diabetic. I was kind of maybe in a fearful state that I was going to move into type 2 diabetes as I got older, because I was at a higher risk. So that was very frightening to me. I did not know anything about nutrition, knew nothing. And so I tried to fill my nutrition with isolated fragmented vitamins, and that just didn't work for me either. My daughter shared with me, after her experience of being at college and a nutrition class, that we needed to get our nutrition from whole food, not isolated fragmented vitamins. And I literally threw up my hands and said, how can I do that? Well, it wasn't long after that my husband introduced me to Juice Plus, because he'd been introduced to it. And it just, made sense to us. And our lives changed, our health changed, and it's been a wonderful and awesome journey ever since. But I want to share what really is my passion that's moving me forward. And I don't often share this, but it is very much a part of my life and my story. I have a granddaughter that was born with genetic problems, and she had trouble with her kidneys, her heart, and she had a terrible gag reflex. And I would go to Boston, and at one time I went and sat with her and was helping her to eat, and she could barely get down just a banana and some yogurt. And so I started feeding her the little chewables, which I'm going to show you in just a little bit, but I would cut them up and put them into her, have her eat them. And you know what? It was the only good source of nutrition that little girl got. Well, that was 12 years ago. And now that our granddaughter Tori is 12 years old, she's living with 1 kidney, and will soon probably be on the candidate list for a transplant. But her mommy would tell you that she doesn't know what she'd do without Juice Plus and supplying that nutritional element for her daughter. And she does take the complete and the all 3, the fruit, the vegetable, and the vineyard. And then I just want to ask you, what if, are there people in your life that, what if they would have known about Juice Plus, right? And I had a niece, 13, who died of brain cancer. And then another niece that died from an asthma attack. And it spurs me on to just, have this passion to help mommies understand that we can help with the quality of life for children. And in fact, Juice Plus, we joke, it's from the womb to the tomb. So it covers a whole gamut. But I wanted to share that little bit of a story with you and just share my passion. And again, just say that Juice Plus is such a gift, such a gift. So I want to show you that this is a beautiful red envy apple. And this is what we should eat. But most of us would rather have this. Okay, so Juice Plus bridges the gap in our nutritional needs. And this is Juice Plus, fruits, vegetables, and berries. And you can see that it has a nutrition label on it. So it is literally food. 30 different fresh, raw, vine-ripened fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule form. And it also comes in a chewable I was telling you about. And that is in these little bags. Here's the vegetables and the berries, and here is the fruit. So we see that is just a really great value for us when we look about, if I go buy this apple at a store, it's organic and brought from New Seasons. And I think this apple was probably $2 or more. And it's great to have an apple. I mean, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But what if you could have 17, 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries running through your body every day, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. And that's what Juice Plus is. So I hear a lot of people say, well, that's expensive. Well, what's expensive? It's more expensive for dialysis, for chemo, for radiation, for, those different modalities. What about medications? And yet Juice Plus, because of the research done on Juice Plus, we know that it helps with to support a healthy immune system. We have 35 published peer-reviewed journals on Juice Plus, and we also have 5 that are underway. So we are extremely blessed to be associated with a company that cares so much for the lives of our families, for us, and supporting healthy lifestyle. So the other thing about Juice Plus is that we have a children's health study, which is just, oh man, it's just amazing. The children's health study provides if a parent takes Juice Plus, either the capsules or the chewables, then if they have a child between the ages of 4 all the way through undergrad, then their child gets on Juice Plus for free up to 4 years. And that's just the heart of our company. We are a company with a heart. And so I just love that. So just some of the things that people see from taking Juice Plus, which is supported by research, is people see that their hair grows faster, their nails grow faster. Now, some people may not like that, but how about better quality sleep or better recovery after exercise? How about less trips to the doctor or less over-the-counter medications? What if you could find that you're craving more fruits and vegetables? Well, those are the things we see with Juice Plus, and it's a powerful, powerful thing. So when we give our bodies good, healthy nutrition, our bodies know how to heal themselves. And so Juice Plus also works at a cellular level, and it helps to repair DNA damage. So this is really prevention in a capsule or a chewable. So I mentioned before about Juice Plus research, and Juice Plus is the most thoroughly researched product in the world. We're in over 24 countries. Just places like just opened up in Dubai, and we've been in Ireland. So we are definitely a worldwide company product, helping as many people as we can to, have a healthy lifestyle. So the other thing I might just say is that we have a couple of other products. We have a very narrow line, which we all love who share Juice Plus, because it is so simple, it's so convenient, and it's so affordable. So we have I showed you the fruits, the vegetables, and the berries in a capsule form, and then also in the chewable form. But we also have an absolutely amazing protein, gluten-free, non-dairy, low glycemic, fiber, vegan drink. And it comes in vanilla and it comes in chocolate. And I'll tell you what, so many of us on the line and actually all over the world are seeing significant benefits from taking Juice Plus Complete on a daily basis. Some of us on a 2-time-a-day basis, and finding that we're joining the company and people all over the world in what we call a Shred 10. And that's 10 days of taking Juice Plus Complete for 2 meals a day and 1 healthy meal in there somewhere, and 2 snacks. And people are losing some weight, but mostly people are losing the toxins and the inflammation that seems to just linger in our bodies. And you can talk to the person who invited you here today to learn more about those things, learn more about the products and the research, and just how powerful Juice Plus is. We also have bars for an on-the-go complete snack. And then amazing, I know California is just on fire with the tower gardens. And so tower gardens are an aeroponic growing system that, man, you don't even need any soil. You don't need to weed. You don't need to be down on the ground. It's a tower, and just totally waters itself. And you can even bring it inside, and it has grow lights. And you can grow indoors all year long. So just some fabulous things about our company. Our company, Cathy will tell you more about our company, but our products, and just absolutely love it and feel like it's one of the greatest gifts that me and my family has been given. So right now I'm going to introduce and ask Melisa to share a little bit about her story, and then she'll introduce Cathy, and Cathy will wrap this up for us. So,
hi everyone. I'm like, okay, thinking now my internet's saying unstable, so I hope I don't freeze.
Okay.
So someone just like wave at me if I'm like frozen. So I just want to introduce myself and tell you guys a little bit about my story, and why I'm so passionate about the Juice Plus company, and why my why is so strong. I am a wife. I'm a mom to 2 beautiful boys. I'm going to take you guys back to the year 2006, when my first son, Jacob, was diagnosed with cancer at the age of 3. Needless to say, our world was shook. Nothing could prepare you as parents when you're told your child has cancer. I had no tools. I had nothing to prepare me for where his treatments, what I can do to help him with treatments. All I could do was listen to what the doctors had to offer. Here's your protocol. Here's the chemo, the antibiotics, all the medications that come along with it. And little did I know then, that those very treatments were also ravaging his body. So not only were we trying to beat the cancer, everything we were putting into his body was ravaging his little system. So back then, if I would have known then what I know now, I honestly think things would have been a lot different. I would have been that parent running through the hallway telling other parents, we really need to see about getting your child on Juice Plus. But I never had that. I never had anybody come to me and say, look, I have a product, it's called Juice Plus, and I think it would really help him go through treatments. It would help his body do what it needed to do to help fight. It would strengthen his immune system, and it would help with those white blood cell counts, those exact same white blood cell counts that we killed off every time we shot him with a full of chemo. So needless to say, I didn't have any of those tools, and I never had any one doctor tell me that nutrition played a big part in his treatment. Not one single doctor. Now, I know now that's a must. You have to have the nutrition for the cancer patients, for any kind of sickness. The nutrition base needs to be there. And I never had that. So we spent 3.5 years in the hospital, weeks at a time, sometimes months, for his treatments, for his fungal pneumonia, for his viral infections. And the wear and tear on his body was so great that you only counteracted it with other antibiotics, other medications, prescriptions that the doctor said, take this, take that. And like I said, if I would have known what I know now, things would have been so much different. And everything, of course, revolved around Jacob. I didn't take my health in consideration at all. Everything was put on the back burner. Little did I know what damage I was doing to my own health. I would go all day without eating. I would eat fast food if it was brought to me in the evening, and that might be the only thing I ate. 3.5 years of that. And then in 2010, he did lose his battle. And that very battle is what changed my life. It doesn't prepare you for anything. All I knew is that I needed to somehow be an advocate for cancer. I needed to teach parents that there's ways to try to get your kids through the treatments, and there's people out there that can help. And I never knew that then how I was and to what I do now they're so much alike. But now I actually have a tool that I can use to help parents with the very treatment that the kids are getting, to help their little bodies, help them get through the treatments, help their immune systems, help their bodies do what they need to do to fight. Bottom line, to fight. And I've come so far, and there wasn't a day that I ever thought about my health until about a year after Jacob passed. We decided we wanted to have another child. I had 2 miscarriages. That's when I found out I had high blood pressure. It was through the roof. I was put on medication. I was fine with that. Okay, I'm on medication. It's taken care of. 2 more miscarriages. I found out my thyroid wasn't working. I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism. Okay, I was put on medication for that. Okay, that's taken care of. More medications. 3 months later, I did get pregnant. I had my little D, who's a little crazy monkey who I knew I had to keep up with. And granted, I'm an older mom. So then after he was about 2 years old, I realized, I'm really starting to feel my age, and I needed to keep up with him. So I started doing research, not only do I now, or am I on medication for blood pressure, I'm on medication for my thyroid, for hypothyroidism. I was a lot heavier, and I needed to really start doing something for me because I was really starting to feel my age. I just I didn't really have the energy, and I had a little one running around the house. So I started to research. I came across Juice Plus. I loved what I read about the company. I loved what I read about the studies. And then I remembered one of my fundraiser events, I had a card for Cathy. I know someone who sells Juice Plus. I reached out to her and I told her right on the phone, the very first part of the conversation was, I know what I want. You don't need to sell me on anything, and I just need to get it. Well, needless to say, we touched base on what I needed to do for my health. And she told me, you really need to do the Transform 30, which was the trio and the shakes, and you probably just need to become a distributor because you can get a discount on your product. I'm like, no, I'm not selling the product. there's no way I'm selling the product. I told her, give me a couple days, I'll call you back. The following day, I called her and I said, you know something? I'm going to go ahead and do the Transform 30, and I'm going to go ahead and become a distributor because I think I have a couple people that might be interested in getting the product. From that point on, I just sort of flourished. I fast-tracked. I loved what I did. I loved the people I met. The company is amazing. And the whole world of whole food nutrition and how I can use it, how I wish I could have used it when my son was battling cancer, was a whole new door that opened. Not only now am I can add Juice Plus to my whole thing of an advocate for cancer and helping kids with cancer. I now have this whole new tool with Juice Plus. And just sharing with all the mommies and daddies was just like, it's like amazing to me. And it's something that goes deeper than a lot of people can ever imagine because of the loss of my own son to cancer and wishing I had those tools that I didn't have when he was battling cancer. And it's just, I'm just really excited about sharing with everybody who I come across. And I'm excited to see where I can go with the company, where I've gone, where I can go. I had so many struggles when we were dealing with Jacob's cancer. Financially, of course, his chemo, even if it was $200 and some odd a week, that came first. Needless to say, bills started to fall behind. I started needing help for some of the payments. Mortgages started falling behind. Everything just started to really weigh on me. And that's another reason why my health so badly declined. It's just the stress and the anxiety. And of course, then after we lost him, everything just was so much worse. So joining the company, I'm really excited to see where we can go because of the fact that we lost our home during that whole battle with Jacob. You know, not only did we lose Jacob, we lost our home. And, you know, it's just, I can never replace Jacob. But knowing that now with my son Dylan, hopefully we can someday, and by the help of this company, get into actually buying a new home. And I'm really hoping to do that within the next year. And I know everything is possible because I've gone so far with this company and I'm just so excited. I fast-tracked. I'm now a sales coordinator. I would love to be senior sales coordinator by conference or Juice Plus Live in Anaheim. And sometime this year, maybe even, no, I'm going to hit Q. And that's where I want to be. And I want to be so much financially stable. And I want to give my son, Dylan, everything that I couldn't give Jacob. So that's my story. So,
Melissa. I'm going to send you a hug.
I know we're going to all send you a hug, Melissa. That was so awesome. Thank you so much. There's so much in that story, isn't there? There's so much, but we thank you for sharing. It means a lot to us. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Cathy, you can talk now.
So Cathy, we'll turn it over to you.
Follow up, Mel. How am I going to do that? Wow. I mean, and now you see why I wanted her to come on and share her story, right? I mean, it's just so powerful. And I just admire her so much. You know, we come across a lot of people in our lives and Juice Plus, our family, I mean, just amazing. But Melissa's just been one of those people that's just extra special to me because, you know, as a mom and, you know, Lou and I are both grandmothers and, you know, I just can't imagine, you know, what she's been through and that she still goes on, you know, and she's still trying to make the world a better place after all the pain that she's been through and using that, you know, and I always just tell her, you know, you're doing this in Jacob's honor. I mean, this is what drives you, you know, so he's up in heaven and he's like really, really proud, you know, to see what his mommy's doing, you know, and helping other kids and other families. So I just really admire her for that. And just every day she gets up and does what she needs to do to take care of herself and her family and other people. And that's really what our company is about. I mean, we are mission driven, just like, Melissa's story and Lou's story. I'll just tell you a little bit about my story and how I got started with Juice Plus. Actually started with my husband, Rick. He popped in a little bit earlier. Y'all missed him. Came on later. But he was 50 years old when he suffered from several massive heart attacks. And, I was in my 30s at the time. I'm a mom, having 2 kids and thinking like, what am I going to do? I really thought I was going to end up being a widow at that time, trying to raise, my 2 kids without my husband, the love of my life. And it was just devastating for us. And kind of like what Melissa said, you don't know until like something happens, like, how do you respond to that? And, our whole world was, like Melissa said, is all just shook upside down. Like, you don't realize how important your health is until you don't have it. And, we thought we were healthy. He was very physically fit. He looked great on the outside, but we weren't nutritionally fit. And luckily, a real dear friend of ours told Rick about Juice Plus, and he had been dealing with some prostate cancer issues and was taking Juice Plus and was doing really well with it. And he just called Rick and he's like, dude, try it. Like, it's just fruits and vegetables, like Lou said. It's fruits and vegetables and berries in a capsule. Like, you can't go wrong with that. It's not going to hurt you, right? So Rick thought it was great. He thought that was so awesome, like fruits and vegetables in a capsule, awesome. So he got started with it right away. And again, this is like 14 years ago. It'd be 14 years ago on December 6th was his first heart attack. So I was more skeptical. But I love the shakes that Lou was talking about earlier, the complete shakes. At that time, I was in the mortgage industry, had a very successful mortgage business. I worked from home. All my business was referral based. I was very successful at what I was doing. So I say that because I was not looking to do Juice Plus business. I absolutely, like Melissa said, I'm not selling anything, totally not going to do that. But I was drinking those shakes every day because, in the mortgage industry, you're busy, you're on your feet, you're, no time for breakfast. I'm not a breakfast eater, still not really. So the shakes were kind of a no-brainer meal for me. There's like 25 whole foods in those things. So, but during that time, I'm kind of, skeptical about the product, the Juice Plus product, the capsules, because I couldn't figure out how they got all those fruits and veggies in there. During that time, I'm kind of looking at those research studies like Lou was talking about, because that's just my nature to be skeptical. And I need to see the proof of, what I'm doing and putting in my body. And if I'm going to invest my time and effort someplace, I need to know. So during that time, I ended up losing my dad to a massive heart attack. And, Lou mentioned that, like, what if? And I always think back, like, gosh, what if I, wasn't so skeptical? What if I'd had the chance to share with my dad? He was my only parent left. I'm an only child. And, I was devastated. He was the man of my life next to my husband. And here, I almost lost my husband and then did lose my dad. And so that's, how my mission started as well. Melissa and I both kind of came from that point, and Lou too, really out of inspiration. Some people do come into this out of desperation. Maybe it's a financial need. And, either way, like, we can kind of meet those people wherever they're coming from. And don't get me wrong, the money is nice. I am a national marketing director, like Lou said, with the company. We have a full corporate benefit package, which I'll talk about, and just amazing company behind us. But, after losing my dad and thinking, gosh, what if I could have shared with my dad? I was on this mission to save all these daddies. Like, I'm calling all my girlfriends, like, we got to get your dad on this stuff. It's just great, whatever. And then the business side of it, if you will, the mission side just happened very organically, because kind of like what happened with Melissa, I had some people that wanted to come on board. They wanted to get some Juice Plus. Who doesn't want more fruits and vegetables in their family's diet? I mean, really? And it's like, it's a couple bucks a day, you guys. It's like a no-brainer. So and shakes are like a couple bucks. So like for under $5 a day, you're getting 50 whole foods. So when I looked at that, and then when I really started, looking at the business, I was even more skeptical about the business side. And that's why Lou asked me to share this part, because, this is kind of really was the turning point for me when I really looked at what this company was about, because I was already, I was a 1099, loan officer with the company, and I had that financial freedom of being independent contractor and, the tax advantages. But, bottom line was, if I didn't get a loan closed, I didn't get paid. When I started looking at network marketing, the model for network marketing, that's when I just saw the beauty of like, wow, like, I can be off on vacation or, I got in a really bad car accident about 5 years ago. I took a whole year off of my Juice Plus business and I still got paid, I mean, you can't do that in most companies. If you're working a 9-to-5 job, you can't take a year off and still have your position when you come back and still be making money for that entire year, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a couple things. I'm going to do a share screen with you guys. So if you're dialing in, I kind of apologize for that, but we can get this recording to you later. But I'm going to do a share screen so you guys can kind of see here just a couple things. And these were some of the things that I had some issues with when I first was learning about network marketing. So one of the things that I had a concern about was, is it one of those pyramid things, right? Because I thought it was a scam. I'd heard about some of these other companies where, you have to buy all this inventory, you have to go door to door, sell it to people, and you have to sign up like all these people, you have to be out there recruiting. And I was totally not into that. Just like what Melissa said, like I was not selling anything. I was not recruiting anybody. But once I really looked at it, well, what is a pyramid anyways? Like I'd heard that term, and I think it comes back from my parents' generation, the whole pyramid schemes, and a lot of people lost a lot of money during that time. But really, when I look at now, just the networking marketing model is so different. Well, obviously, pyramids are illegal. So, and what our company has done is taken the best parts of like all these different kind of business models, if you will. But that whole pyramid thing. So, if you're looking at this picture now, and if you dialed in, I apologize for that, but, envision a pyramid and think about, for example, a retail store, because, that's what my husband does. And a lot of people, and, even some of you on the line are maybe working a 9-to-5 type job where, you're coming in, say at an entry level. So like, let's just take a retail store and, I'm not going to name any names, but maybe like Target or someplace like that. Whatever, you guys get the picture. But, you all come in at entry level, so we all come in, say we come in as a cashier, and, maybe a couple of years we work our way up to a manager. And, if we're really, really good, then, maybe we can be a district manager. But now when you're, management, you're salaried, right? Because I watch my husband struggle with this. He's been in retail for a long time. You're not working a 40-hour work week anymore. You're working 80, 90-hour work week, and you're still getting paid the same, right? So you guys know that. And then, maybe you work your way up to the president. When Rick had his first heart attack, and the company he was with was retail, he was a vice president of a company. He had worked from the bottom over years, worked his way up to vice president of the company. And then the company folded after 9/11, and he lost everything. And I think that was a big contributor, obviously, too, to his heart health, just that stress of what that had done to him. So, and what are the odds you're ever going to make it to the top of the pyramid, to the CEO position, right? So that to me is a pyramid. What's cool about network marketing and the Juice Plus model is that, we all come in, we all have open opportunity. There's no limit to that. So we come in at a position we call dealer, but it doesn't really matter what they're called, but we can all come in, and the sky's the limit. You can work your way up to top position like Lou and I have done, and Melissa's well on her way to national marketing director, and have a full corporate benefit package, and just all the great benefits that we get. And I'll talk about some of those toward the end, but I love that. Nobody else is going to be in your way. If you want to make it to the top, great. If you want to just come on and get a discount, that's great. If you don't even want to come on it and join the team, that's okay too. You can do whatever you want to do, but we just want to share options with you. But I just wanted to dispel that whole it's a pyramid myth. Okay, so because that was one of my first things. And then the other thing was, okay, so new slide here, but the other issue I had, and then you heard Melissa say the same thing too, is like, well, I don't want to sell anything. And I'm like, oh, I don't know that many people. I don't have time, all those things that we come into things. So I don't have time to go out and network with, 500 people. Well, you don't have to do that. That's the beauty of network marketing. You really only have to know like 2 to 5 people. And so this particular slide, just going to show you, just the power of numbers. So, if you're looking at, you've got, a couple friends, like Melissa, that's exactly what she said, what happened. It was the funniest thing. She calls me like the next day, like, I have a couple people that want to do Juice Plus too. So, a couple people, well, then they know a couple of people, right? So, you take 2 people, you multiply that by 2, now you've got 4. Well, then those 4 people tell 2 people, now you got 8. And you just kind of keep, working the numbers, and you go 5 lines down, which is not that far. And now you've got, 32 people that have signed up with Juice Plus. Like, that's super cool. And all those families you're helping, with, whether it's preventing cancer or treating disease or just trying to be healthy grandmas, like I am, and Lou, or like Melissa keeping up with little Dylan. So, but here's the thing I always like to recommend. It's like, at least 5 people, right? I mean, how many Facebook friends do you guys have? Or, how many people are in your, if you look in your phone, and how many people have you been texting? So you probably know at least 5. So I always like to encourage, the people that join our mission is, let's talk to 5 people. Let's get those 5 people on board, because if those 5 people come on board, they're going to do what we just did. And then they're going to tell 5, and so on and so on and so on. So instead of, having 32 people now in your network, if you do the math, and if you can, if you're watching, you can see this on the screen, Now you've got 3,125 people, right? And the only difference is it's 3, right? The difference between 2 and 5. So I would just encourage you to, you know what, 5 people that could use better health and nutrition, right? So just think about that. Who do you love, like, and admire? Who do you know that, I mean, just your family, your friends, the people that are close to you. Think about who you've been with, over Thanksgiving. Who are you going to be seeing during Christmas? I don't know about you guys, but like I'm on Facebook a lot and I'm seeing so many people posting about sick. Everybody is sick. They've got the stomach flu, the cold, all this stuff is already going around. Happens every year like clockwork right after Halloween. And it's going to go all the way through January. So just if you can, be in tune to that, because we've got something that, and the science shows it. So again, it's not just our stories, which are wonderful, of course, but we've got the research that backs up that Juice Plus helps the immune system. It helps the cardiovascular system. It helps with inflammation, all these amazing things. Just kind of keep your ears open, because you're going to hear that a lot. Or how many people maybe need the financial support. I never, ever dreamed of Juice Plus being an avenue for our family, for my husband to potentially retire soon. I mean, that's our ultimate goal now. But originally when I first started, I just wanted to get a discount on my product, just like Melissa did. But you know what? What if you had an extra $500 every month? What would that mean to you and your family? Like that could have kept Melissa in her home, So, whether it's $200 or $2,000, it could make a huge difference. So what we do, this slide here is just showing you like kind of how simple it is. And it's $50. I still think that's the craziest thing, Lou, when I think about it, because I remember at the beginning, and Lou knows I drove her crazy because I was asking her all these questions. I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to invest this $50 because I think it's a scam and all this stuff. And now I think back, I'm like, oh my gosh, I was so stupid. Because like for years I bugged her about this before I decided to jump in and, make the investment, the $50 investment. But now I'm like, that was just so ridiculous, because I think of it like a Costco membership, in my mind now. You pay $50 every year. Now it's $55, I think, at Costco for an annual membership there. Why? So you can get a better price, hopefully, on products or, produce, whatever you're buying there. So it's kind of the same idea. We pay our $50, we pay full retail, we get paid some money back. Think of it like a rebate, if you will. And you can just do that. That's cool. But if you want to tell a couple people, and that's kind of what we show here, I like to call it the U+2, because in my mind, it just triggers that way. But we call it the Healthy Living Plan, or HLP. But it's, you get on board, you do the trio, the fruits, veggies, and berries, and you might want to throw some shakes in there or whatever. But for the sake of math, I just, put the trio, the fruits, veggies, and berries on here. You get points. And so, you get your points, and then you get a couple friends and they do what you just did, and you get points for that. And now you've got 500 points. You get a 6% permanent raise from the company. You get a permanent promotion. So all positions are permanent once you earn them. You don't have to like requalify, and there is no requirement to sell. We have no quotas, which I absolutely would not got into Juice Plus if there was quotas, because in the loan business we had quotas and I hated that. And then not only do you get the promotion and the 6%, additional commission on top of, what you made, your rebate, if you will, but you also get a $100 thank you check from the company, like a little bonus. So that's just you just telling a couple friends. I mean, that just happens. Like literally Melissa, the very next day after she signed up, like got that because she just had a couple friends that she knew that needed to be healthier. And then, what most people do is like in the first 30 days is, they get that 500 points, and then they have a couple friends that want to come on board and do what they just did. Like who do you know could use an extra $100 for Christmas, right? So if you do that within 30 days, now you get an extra 14% commission. So you've gone from, no commission to 6%. Now you're getting 14, so an extra 8% commission. And you get a, permanent raise and the permanent promotion. But now, actually through December, we have a special deal. You get a $300 bonus check. So that's on top of the 100 you just got, right? So you're going to get a $300 bonus check and a conference ticket to our next conference is in Anaheim. So that's super exciting. And now not only do you get that $300 bonus check, but also whoever brought you in. So, if you're on the line, you're one of Melissa's friends, and, believe me, man, get with her, get with her, check it out, get with us and whoever invited you to the call and really take a look at it. Because, $300, $400 could come in handy at the end of December, right? So it's super easy to do. And then our top commission position, and this is the position that Melissa is in, and she did, like she said, she fast tracked there. She got those 2,000 points, got to that, 14% commission. And then she just had some of her friends and some of the folks that are on this call tonight are part of her team. And they just wanted to do what she just did. And they did it, because she showed them how, because she saw how easy it was. So, then she was making, and she is making a 22% commission. She got a $500 bonus check and a corporate business partner, which is a huge thing. You just imagine having somebody from your corporate office at work coaching you every month. We get that, and it's, everything's free. As far as that, we don't pay for any of those services. And then we also get free leads from the company. And that's huge because you know what, people are hearing about Juice Plus, just like Melissa. So thank God, I had given her my card. I'd met her prior, but she would have gone to juiceplus.com, right, and ordered. That lead would have been given to somebody in this position, in the sales coordinator, top commission position. And so she gets free leads now from the company, which is awesome. But again, company has a special deal just through the month of December. Instead of $500 bonus for you and your sponsor, along with another conference ticket, you get a $750 bonus check for you and your sponsor. So you can see how quickly so you're looking at over $1,000, you guys, just in 30 days if you want to kick it out and just get some friends on board to do it with you. Again, like I said, and these are just, this is just based upon the trio orders, but we have, like Lou said, we have the Tower Garden, we've got the shakes. I mean, a lot of people come on like I am, and Melissa, we do all 3 capsules. We do the shakes every day, and we have Tower Garden. So, and this last slide, I'm just going to show you, because I think, a lot of times we're not comfortable, I would say, always talking about the money part of what we do, but this is a business. It's an amazing business. Some people, like I said, come out of inspiration, like the 3 of us did, but some people, will come in for a financial need or both, and I was not interested in the financial side of it because like I said, I was already financially secure and, successful at what I was doing. But I will tell you, seeing that paycheck come in for that year that I wasn't working, that's when I was like, wow, okay, this is a legitimate, you know what I mean? And we're the only company that offers a full corporate benefit package, you guys. The only network marketing company that offers this at our top position. And then actually top 2 positions. Now we are also offering more of a limited benefit package for our QNMD, which you see on this page. But NMD benefits, medical, dental, life insurance, long-term care coverage, chiropractic, vision, college tuition reimbursement. What company helps send your kids to college and helps pay for that? So life insurance, like I said, holiday bonuses, Lou and I are going to be pretty excited because rather than getting a turkey, at Christmas time, we're getting a $1,000 check. So that's our thank you gift from the company. And that's our bonus money. So this little slide here just gives you an idea of, potential income. And again, these are just average numbers. We know people that make quite a bit more than this. But then what's really kind of neat, and this is the position Melissa's working toward, is senior sales coordinator. You see here, estimated income, a couple $1,000s a month, and hey, that's a mortgage payment, right? And then she's going to get a bonus check, $1,000 bonus check when she hits that. But what gets real exciting here is we get this, what we call BIB money, BIB, so business incentive bonus. And what that is like an expense allowance. So the company will just give us up to, in her position, that position there, up to $500 a month, just to run your business. You don't have to provide receipts and all that kind of stuff. So like I know my husband in retail, if he takes, the employees out to lunch or something, he has to get the receipt and then he gets reimbursed. We don't do that. NMD, top position of the company, it's up to $3,000 a month. That's on top of your commission. That's on top of your income. So I just think that's pretty darn amazing. So I'm gonna do a stop share there so we can kind of come back. And then I just wanted to, I don't know, Lou, do you want to wrap it up? But I just wanted to say, like this has been like such a blessing, and and I, Melissa shared her story, with Jacob with his cancer, and we've all been touched by cancer, heart disease, right, diabetes, all these things in our lives, and I just think that we need to treat the whole body. We don't treat cancer. We don't just treat heart disease. We're treating the whole body. You're treating the whole terrain. So Juice Plus to me is a foundation. Doesn't mean that I'm never going to get sick. Although if I get a cold or something, I'm totally shocked. But it's going to give us a support, So it's kind of like, you get in the car, you put your seatbelt on, you put your seatbelt on your kids, right? I mean, it doesn't mean you're not going to get in a car accident, but aren't you going to be better protected if it does happen? And I think about Jacob, I'm thinking, we don't know, would he still have lost his life? We don't know that, nobody knows, but, God knows that. But I do know for a fact that he would have been more comfortable. He would have had had a better shot. His body would have had a better shot at fighting this. And, I'm a cancer survivor. And I know Lou's got cancer in her family, and it touches all of our hearts. And I look at what, my husband Rick has done with his heart health. and his diabetes, over these 14 years. And Juice Plus has been the foundation of that. We've made other health changes on top of that. So, you want to get with whoever invited you to this call and find out more. Just explore, just be open to learning more and then make an educated decision. That's just all I wanted to say, Liz. I'll let you wrap it up.
Yeah, you can't put a price on prevention, can you?
No.
But so, Cathy, thank you so much. And you too, Melissa. And thank you guys for joining us tonight. And stay tuned. We'll be working on getting some more of these out and hearing some more awesome stories. So thank you so much. Have a great evening and go to bed, you wet East Coasters.
Good night, everybody. Thanks, Mel. Thanks, Lou.